Hey, Battle Bill here with another video, and today we're getting some more Kanto Cup Go Battle League battles. Your boy's coming at you with only a second video of some Kanto Cup battles, and it's going to be the final one just because Season 7's around the corner. But I feel like even though it was only 2 videos, I brought you some pretty spicy, exciting content. We had Shadow Hitmonchan in the last video, and in today's video we got some XL Kanto Grimer battles. Funny enough, King IV just put out a video on some XL Alolan Grimer, so I'm really happy he didn't steal my Grimer because we got the Kanto one over here thanks to a submission from Captain App Crash, a huge supporter of mine, a fellow member of the PvP community, and I'm super hyped that he submitted these battles. I'm very appreciative that he sent them to me so I could shoutcast them. And before we get into these battles, keep in mind that it is an XL Kanto Grimer, but it does not mean that he spoofed to get it. I know, because we had a lot of conversations about it, and he went really hard for the grind on top of catching every Grimer in existence. He was trading and transferring to get that XL, and also, I don't know if you heard, there's going to be an update coming to XL Candies where you can actually trade and get XLs from the trade, and also get a guaranteed one from Legendary. So I'm not going to talk too much about that. I'm just hyped to see Kanto Grimer in action, and who knows, maybe if it has a little bit of play here, it's got that pure poison typing, it has some pretty cheap charge moves in the form of Mud Bomb and Sludge Bomb with a quick move of Poison Jab. Maybe if he has success here, we could bring it into some open Great League battles. That would definitely be quite the spice. So let's get into these battles. If you're excited for just this unique content, because the more and more XL candies people are able to accumulate, the more and more unique Pokemon we're going to be seeing, and it's going to be taking a while for some of us to get these XLs. So seeing it in action might allow you to figure out, is this a XL grind I want to focus on, or if I just want to move on to the next one, because I really do enjoy that aspect of the game, and who knows, if I'm impressed here, I might just start really hunting down these Kanto Grimers myself. So getting to this first battle was a weird one. I kind of saw this one ahead of time. It was really short. He won lead, and his opponent had a safe swap of a Weezing, and he brought in a Alolan Muck, and I mean, I'm sure Alolan Muck would have won that matchup, and the opponent was like, yeah, I'm done trying to make Weezing work, and they just gave up. So alright, is what it is. Kanto Grimer really carried that one clearly, obviously worth all the XL candies specifically for that match. But getting to this next one, we got Shadow Lapras on Snorlax, and he's building straight up for the Skull Bash. Not gonna bait, gonna get the defense buff. Let's see what the Snorlax decides to do. They decide not to shield, and that's pretty huge because it does a ginormous chunk from the Snorlax. He's going to shield here. It's gonna be as a superpower from the opponent. I'm sure with the Skull Bash buff he would have survived there, so if he wanted to, like, you know, not give up a shield advantage, he could have probably let that come through. But Shadow Lapras is still going to put in some decent work against this Hypno, and potentially going to be able to get the shields back. So let's get that Surf through. He has a Hypno down to half its health. The Hypno is going to have to throw a move, most likely going to be Thunder Punch. The expected move set in Kanto Cup battles for Hypno is Thunder Punch, Shadow Ball. You could definitely get away with like double punches, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, or Thunder Punch, Ice Punch. But for the most part, I've been seeing Thunder Punch, Shadow Ball. And then the opponent swaps out once the Alolan Muck comes in and goes into a Kanto Ninetales. Now, you technically could make the argument on his Kanto Grimer that he could run a Mud Slap instead of Poison Jab. It would definitely help here, and the Kanto Cup meta has quite a few fire types, so he would definitely have success in those situations. But I feel like there are definitely more Charmers around the Kanto Cup meta, because a lot of us love being just a bit toxic. No, I'm just kidding. Not all Charmers are toxic. It's when you go double Charm, but let's not get into that conversation. I'm sure Poison Jab Kanto Muck has a ton of success against double charm strats, but having access to Mud Bomb is definitely helpful against the fire types if you're not running Mud Slap. Gets his shield there. He decided not to shield the Weather Bowl. Unfortunately, did a decent chunk, but he does have shield advantage here, and he will be able to take out this Ninetales with his Alolan Muck as long as he shields this up. It would survive a Fire Weather Bowl, but it would get it pretty low, and you definitely don't want to take that chance. The opponent, I guess, tries to pull a sack swap there coming into their Hypno, or didn't want to be overfarmed against. I don't know what the logic in swapping there exactly was, but Alolan Muck is not worried about Hypno's moves. He's probably going to go, yeah, 2 more Snarls. Ooh, he builds up all the way to 3, making sure he has double Dark Pulses ready so he can take out the Hypno and the Kanto Ninetales when it comes back in. So Kanto Grimer did a solid job just keeping the advantage he had throughout the match, and Alolan Muck is coming through clutch, sweeping the last 2 Pokemon with their low healths. Ooh, the Ninetales actually survived that Dark Pulse. Quite impressive, but the next Snarl took it out. So, as we get into this next match, please, I usually say this in the beginning of the video. I'm going to throw it in here just real quick. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Your boy is back, and your boy is going to continue to get out as much content as he can as consistently as possible, especially now we're getting into Season 7. I'm very excited. I am hoping that we'll get some move updates that'll have effects on the meta and make things a little bit more unique than they were last season. But other than that, I just love the grind to legend, whether it's a good pose, a bad pose. I just really like finding whatever little competition I can find in Go Battle League and in Pokemon Go, and I just enjoy putting out content on it, trying to figure out the next solid team that you can use and have potential success with and win a lot of battles with. But anyhow, yeah, supporting, like, comment, subscribing, I'd be very thankful for. Getting into this next match, he's in a very positive situation here. He has a Alolan Muck going up against a Hypno. He already landed a Dark Pulse. He's at double Dark Pulses. He got a shield from his opponent because they really wanted to get off this move. He decides not to shield it. It's going to be a Thunder Punch. Yeah, he will survive. So it was a pretty good no shield, but it does put his health in a risky range. If they decide to double shield, they might be able to win switch, but they decide not to double shield, which, I mean, it's understandable because then they'd be down 2 shields or no shields. So really good play on his end, letting that Thunder Punch come through. The Venusaur does come back in. He gets Vine Whip down. And it also created less farm for the Venusaur, so really good play on his end by letting that Thunder Punch come through. And he comes back in with Kanto Grimer. Kanto Grimer, ooh, is going to be quite the Venusaur counter. And then they swap into a Gengar. Kanto Grimer going to go off. This Mud Bomb is going to be hitting for super effective damage. No stab, but Gengar is quite glassy, so let's see if you use your shield. They use the shield. He goes into Lapras now. Shadow Lapras, so this Surf is going to be chunking away. I don't think it'll take out the Gengar here, but it will get it really low. Gengar is going to get off the move here. He's not going to shield. I feel like he definitely wants to let Kanto Grimer finish things up here and clutch out this match, but I'm sure either one of his Pokemon would do well here. The Venusaur is definitely going to need to like Vine Whip all the way down, and they're just not going to get the opportunity to. But let's see, does he decide to save his shield? 2 shield flex? Ah, no, he used the shield, but he definitely could have 2 shield flex. He could have let his Lapras go down and let the feature of this video clutch this match, but that's just doing it to be silly. Take your dub, get your dub, and let's move on to the next match. But overall, you know, Kanto Grimer had some solid matchups there. Let's get to the next one. We got Lapras on a Marowak lead, a positive lead here with the Surfs. Let's see what the opponent decides to do. Ooh, they're running Hex on their Marowak, so they're going to be building up energy just a bit quicker than Fire Spin would. And they're probably running big moves, maybe having like Shadow Bone, Fire Blast, some crazy stuff like that. It's typically what you see when the Alolan Marowak is running Hex as a quick move. They decide to shield the first Surf. Okay. Coming through with the charge move here. Let's see what it's going to end up being. They going big or they going home? They're going with the Shadow Ball. Ooh, that Shadow Ball did quite the chunk. He's going to get the Surf through here. He didn't call it, so I wonder if that's going to allow his opponent to potentially like win lead, even though they don't have shield advantage. And all these Ice Shards are chunking away too much, and they swapped at such a weird time, but like you love to see with the Poison Jab on your Kanto Grimer, it's going to be a strong charm counter, probably the strongest in the Kanto Cup meta, because technically speaking, it would be bulkier than a Kanto Muck. So it's Poison Jabbing away at the Clefable. It took it out. If they come back in with the Marowak, they're just going to get Poison Jab down. It doesn't have a lot of health. They will get off a charge move, but he got the shield. This is looking like a Alolan Marowak double charm. And I know I clickbaited the last video saying Shadow Hitmonchan is a double charm counter, but you know what really is a double charm counter? Kanto Grimer is. So Shadow Hitmonchan, not so much. Kanto Grimer is definitely going off here. He's at 2 Mud Bombs, gets the shield, gonna be able to get to the Sludge Bomb. Kanto Grimer coming out here, sweep and double charm. So if you're sick of the toxicity in the Kanto Cup meta, build yourself a Kanto Grimer. It just went up off there. It destroyed the Clefable. It destroyed the Wigglytuff. And it finished off the Alolan Marowak there, which, I mean, had, like, no health. But, you know, we take those. We take those. And it also does have Mud Bomb, which would be super effective against Alolan Marowaks if forced with that situation. Getting to the next match, we have Lapras on a Wigglytuff here, going for the Surf. I definitely want to see, we only have 1 set of battles here, and he did really well in this set of battles. I definitely would want to get more battles. I feel like to really get an idea of how well Kanto Grimer could perform, I would probably prefer to see like 10 battles and whatnot and see a lot more matchups and situations, but I'm really just hyped at what I got. But, you know, Captain App Crash, you want to go and mess around with XL Kanto Grimer in some Open Great League battles, I won't complain about it if you want to send that over here. So he loses lead there, but he has shield advantage. He let his Lapras go down. Wigglytuff goes for a charge move, ends up being a play rough, resisted by the Kanto Grimer and not doing a bunch of damage, but they come in with the Hypno, and the confusions are going to be super effective. So it's good that he has Alolan Muck in the back, but this is looking like it might turn into an Alolan Muck sweep, because he has shield advantage here, and he's running Snarl on his Alolan Muck, so he's going to be able to spam the heck out of these charge moves, getting his opponent's last shield. So I think you go for the Sludge Wave here, since it's going to be better DPE-wise, probably finishing off the Charizard's remaining health. Yeah, Alolan Muck is going to sweep here. Unfortunately, Kanto Grimer not going to be able to outdo its big brother in Alolan Muck, its long-lost brother from a different region, you know? Alola, Kanto, they're far from each other, but big brother showing who's boss in this situation by taking out the Charizard and helping out its little brother in Kanto Grimer, because it does not want to see this Hypno. That super effective confusion is definitely unfortunate, but this is where Alolan Muck definitely outplays its long lost siblings in the Kanto region, because it has that dark typing, which allows it to actually resist. But he does bring in the Kanto Grimer just to finish off the set, you know, Poison Jab, the Hypno. He was getting the dub there either way. I appreciate him bringing that in, though, just for a little bit more Kanto Grimer action. We should have a counter in this video. How many times did I say Kanto Grimer? I feel like the reason why I always make sure I specify the name is because I'm not sure if I made a mistake the other time. Like, I'll get into the commentating and not always hear the words coming out of my mouth, and I'm always trying to say so much that I'm like, did I just say the right Pokemon's name? Because I've definitely made my mistakes in my shoutcasts. But that was definitely an exciting set of battles. I really enjoyed it. But Captain Abcrash, thank you so much for the submission. And if you want to get me that submission for some Open Great League, you know, get some more value out of that grind you put in for the XL candies on your Grimer, I would be greatly appreciated, and I would definitely love to see it and shoutcast it for you. But on that note, let me know in the comments section, do you think Kanto Grimer is an XL grind that you might want to take? You got to get it. So a hundo maxed out actually goes above 1500. So you probably don't want a hundo. You would want, like, actually, I don't even know. I should really be asking Captain Appcrash what the IVs of his Grimer are. So Cap, if you could throw that in the comment section below, it'd be greatly appreciated. But you probably want something around the range of like a 5 to 10 in attack, and then 15 in HP and defense, so that you can get the full bulk at level 50 for your Kanto Grimer. But he might have gone with the hundo. I know the hundo hits around 1500 at level 47 though, so has its pros and cons. You would technically be able to win CMP with like the hundo 15 attack, but like, how many other mirror matches are you going to be running into Kanto Grimer on Kanto Grimer? Anyhow, on that note, I hope you all enjoyed the battles. I tried to bring you the spice action with this last set of Kanto Cup battles. And on that note, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. And I will see you all for some Season 7 action. I will be sure to get you the spice in Great League and my go-to teams as soon as possible. Maybe figure out some new teams. And again, hopefully we get a move update so that the meta changes up a bit. But as always, good luck with your battles and good luck with the start of Season 7. I will see you all in the next video.